Friends, we have joined here today to share with Curtis and Janine an important moment in their lives. Their time together, they have seen their love and understanding of each other grow and blossom, and now they have decided to live out the rest of their lives as one. I did want to take a moment to remember all the friends and family who couldn't be here and who have gone before us. Especially William Wood, who is forever in our hearts, and although unseen, his presence is felt, and he is without a doubt here with us, and especially with Janine today. I would like to call up Brianna Booz, Janine's cousin, for the first reading.
Love is patient, love is kind. It does not envy, it does not boast. It is not proud. It does not dishonor others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but it rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. Love never fails, but where there are prophecies, they will cease. Where there are tongues, they will be stilled. Where there is knowledge, it will pass away. For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. But when completeness comes, what is in part disappears. When I was a child, I talked like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I put the ways of childhood behind me. For now we see only a reflection as in a mirror, then we shall see face to face. Now I know in part, then I shall know fully, even as I am fully known. And now these three remain, faith, hope, and love. But the greatest of these is love.
I now ask Mel Rupp to come up, Curtis's friend, for the second and final reading.
Where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me. Your right hand will hold me fast. If I say, surely the darkness will hide me, and the light become night around me, even the darkness will not be dark to you. The night will shine like the day, for darkness is as light to you.
Thank you guys for doing the readings. Love is patient, love is kind. We've all heard it before. We've probably heard it in other weddings before this one. The second reading, although the Bible is up for much interpretation, has more of a direct message. It essentially says that God is love and God is everywhere. You cannot escape God. And these two readings standing alone have great significance, great importance, but if you can relate them to something, if you can provide an example of them, it really brings to light the Word of God. And I've had the privilege of growing up with Curtis my entire life, and I was fortunate enough to meet Janine a few years back through Curtis before they even started dating. And these two readings fit perfectly. They fit seamlessly in the story of Curtis and Janine. And I wanted to go back a little bit, and I wanted to retell their story in hopes that everyone could see that all things truly do happen for a reason, and in the power of God and how He works. So, you have Curtis who's going to high school in Niagara Beeville, and you have Janine who's going to high school in Frontier. In this great big world, this whole entire universe, God could have put these two people anywhere, but He puts them this close together, but they do not cross paths. Now Curtis, he wants to become an engineer, so he heads out to Clarkson University to do so. Janine, she graduates from Frontier, she wants to become a teacher. She goes to Fredonia for a year and heads out to the Carolinas for school. Curtis is getting ready to graduate from Clarkson, he's looking for a job and he finds one in Vermont. Janine, she finishes up school in the Carolinas, moves back home to Buffalo to go to UB to further her education of becoming a teacher. All along, the distance between them is growing. Now Curtis, he's working in Vermont, and he's like, you know what? I need to get home. I need to be back with my friends. I need to be back with my family. I need to be back to the place that I grew up. And God's like, you need to go meet Janine, but you don't know that yet. So Curtis, he looks for a job, and he finds one back at Keller, and he moves back home to Buffalo. At this point, Janine, she's graduated from UB. She's got a great apartment in Buffalo that she doesn't want to give up, but she knows she needs a full-time job to keep everything afloat, but teaching jobs are hard to come by. So to buy her some time, she goes to a temp agency, and wouldn't you know it, they place her at Keller. But it's still not that simple. They still don't cross paths. Curtis works on one floor, Janine works on the other. Go figure. It takes a softball team, a co-ed softball team, that both of them agree to play, to put on through their work where they finally meet. And they become friends. They start to like each other, their feelings grow, and they begin to date. Now things are going good. Things are going really well, actually. They move in together, they get a dog together, and they're starting to think to themselves that they found their one true love with each other. And it's right at that point where Janine's like, deuces, Curtis. I'm out. I'm going to Arizona. But God's telling Janine, you need to go finish what you started. You need to go do and be what you're meant to become. You're going to Arizona. And I can understand for them, they must be sitting there going, what? Why do we spend our whole entire lives looking for that one true love, that forever and always that one person? And when we think that we finally found it, why is God going to put the biggest distance between us than there's ever been before? Why? God's got his arm out. He's like, do you trust me? I got this. He's telling you, continue to be patient, continue to be kind. I'm God, I'm love, I built this foundation of your love, and I'm not done yet, you'll see. I'm God and I'm everywhere. Curtis, I was with you in Niagara Wheatfield, I was with you in Clark University, I was with you in the mountain, I'm back here with you in Buffalo, Janine. I was with you in Frontier, I was with you in Fredonia, I was with you in the Carolinas, I came back to both of you, and I'm going with you to Arizona. See, I think that people think that if you want to be near God, hear God, feel God's presence, you need to go inside the structure, inside the walls of a church. And that's not true. God is everywhere. God is here right now. He's with every single one of us wherever we go. The darkest, most sin-filled places, God is there and God is working just like he's worked with these two everywhere they've went. So Janine, she goes to Arizona. And now they're learning to connect in different ways. It's tough. There's a 3-hour time difference between them. They got to get up early, stay up late, just so they can talk, text, Skype, do whatever. But they're making sacrifices for each other, letting each other know that they truly care. At one point, Curtis is even thinking about packing his stuff and moving to Arizona just so they can be together. But this is how God works. This is what God wanted. He wanted them to realize that when they were back home living together, waking up together, going to bed together, having dinner together, working together, taking the dogs out together, sitting on the couch doing nothing together, that wasn't just nothing. They would do anything at this point to have that back. And that's what he wanted them to learn. With the distance between them, their love grew. So because of that, Janine, she moves back to Arizona. And they root themselves here. And they learn that no matter where life takes them, no matter where God tells them to go, they just never, ever want to be a part of him. So because these two were patient, because these two were kind, because God is love, and not only did he build the foundation of love, but he perfected and has been molding and shaping their love for all these years. And because God is everywhere, he took these two people on very separate paths going in two totally different directions here today in front of all of us, their friends and family, to send them off as one on their final adventure together. And sitting back from my own personal distance and seeing the power in God and how he works and seeing their story unfold has been truly, truly awesome. But the good thing is Curtis and Janine have wrote their own vows. I asked them who wanted to go first, and Janine.
Okay. From the moment we met, you have shown kindness in every word and action. Your kind heart and your kind soul have shown through always, never faltering for a moment. I have fallen in love with your beautiful heart, and I wish that every person in the world could experience this kind of love, if only for a moment, because it is so beautiful and so real. My heart is bursting with love and gratitude. I am so grateful that you have supported me no matter what dream I've decided to chase. You have honored every choice I have made, in turn honoring who I am as a person. You have been patient with me, even in the most trying of times. You continue to be my partner and teammate, standing by my side with the best of times and the worst. And most importantly, you have done all this with love and with love. I am so thankful for your support, your patience, your partnership, and your love. So, Curtis Schwarzkopf, in turn, I vow to support you in every dream you chase, to honor every choice you make, to have patience with you, to be your partner and your teammate, and to do all this through and with love and trust in my life.
I can hardly find words to describe the impact you have had on my life. You have made me a better person, and have shown me how to love myself for who I am. You brought so much happiness to my life. Having you by my side is a true blessing. I'm really grateful that I get to share my life. I want to help, encourage you, and chase dreams, to always be by your side, and to love you with all of my heart. I promised a long time ago that I would take care of you. Loving you is easy. It's something I would just do.
Curtis, as you place this ring on Janine's finger, please repeat after me. With this ring, I marry you and bind my life to yours. It is a symbol of my eternal love, my everlasting friendship, and the promise of all my tomorrows. Janine, as you place this ring on Curtis's finger, please repeat after me. With this ring,
With this ring,
I marry you and bind my life to yours.
I marry you and bind my life to yours.
It is a symbol of my eternal love,
It is a symbol of my eternal love,
my everlasting friendship,
my everlasting friendship,
and the promise of all my tomorrows.
and the promise of all my tomorrows.
And I would like to call Father Jim Hazard to bless the ceremony, please.
Social blessing for you here. Okay. Ask everybody to kindly bow their heads. My dear friends, let us turn to the Lord and pray that He bless with His grace this woman, Janine, and married to Christ this man, Curtis, and that they will be united in love, the couple that He has joined in this holy sacrament here today. Let's now pray in silence for the both of them. Father, by your power you have made everything out of nothing. Beginning you created the universe and made mankind in your own likeness. You gave man the constant help of woman. Man and woman should be no longer two, but one flesh. Teach us that what you have united may never be divided. Father, you have made the union of man and wife so holy a mystery, it symbolizes the marriage of Christ and His church. Father, by your plan, man and woman are united. The very life has been established as one blessing that was not forfeited by original sin, washed away in the flood. Love upon this woman, Janine, your daughter, who joined her husband in marriage. She asks you to bless her. In the grace of love and peace, she always followed the example of the holy women who praised their son in the scriptures. Husband Curtis puts trust in her, recognize that she is his equal. Share with him in the life of Christ. Always honor and love her as Christ loves his bride. Father, keep them always true to your commandments, and faithful in marriage, be living examples of Christian life. The strength that comes from the gospel, give witnesses of Christ to others, with your gatherings especially. Bless them with children, help them to be good parents, and live to see their children's children. And for a happy old age, and the fullness of life with the saints and the kingdom of heaven. We ask this in Christ our Lord. Amen.
I'd like to ask everyone to bow their head again as I have another closing prayer. God, we know your presence is with us all this special day of Janine and Curtis's wedding, and we give thanks. We ask your blessing and love to be with us during the ceremony, and especially fill the hearts of Curtis and Janine as they pledge their love to one another. May the wisdom and spirit of all giving and understanding, love pervade all the words spoken and all the love given here today, that these two vows offered will remain strong and true and abiding in the presence of love all the days of their lives. May all of us present feel the strength and depth of Curtis and Janine's love and experience a rebirth of the power of love in our own lives. We ask these things in the name of the Divine Spirit and give thanks that it is so. Amen. Before I introduce these two, I just wanted to tell you guys thank you so much for thinking of me. I was humbled, honored. I mean, I can't even explain it. but everyone I think knows I was also extremely nervous. But I look out and I see my friends and family here, and I'm like, I bet you some of them were more nervous when they found out it was me doing this. Like Graham. I wish I was there when Graham found this out, rolling her eyes, shaking her head and saying, no. That Joey, he's always up to something, and you're right. I am, but this something was pretty cool. And Pop doesn't even know it's me up here yet. I'll tell him that later. But seriously, guys, thank you. To be completely honest, I've been praying to God to use me as a messenger of His Word, to put me in situations where I can speak just His name. And I didn't even know what that meant. And then it wasn't a few days later when you guys asked me to do this, and answer prayers, they're real. So thank you. But, I've been waiting a long time to say this. By the power vested in me by the state of New York, I now pronounce you husband and wife. Curtis, you may kiss your bride. I present to you for the very first time, Mr. and Mrs. Curtis and Janine Schwartzkopf.
That was amazing.